my name is Ali and welcome to my channel. We are back with Kyoto wins Yamazaki's route. Let's go. Ah!
Where are those gunshots coming from? From over there.
Oh no. As I recalled, Inoue was in the front of the troop. I could almost feel the blood leaving my body. My stomach dropped from the thought of it, almost as if to confirm my worst fears.
Ugh.
Inoue appeared, blood gushing from his abdomen. Oh, my heart. And he was wheezing with strained breaths. Inoue, are you okay?
What just happened? That gunshot came from...
Everyone, run! Kyoto Castle has betrayed the shogunate.
What? How? Did the Kyoto domain join the Satsuma Choshu too?
Yes. Beyond this point, the Satsuma warriors are waiting. Hurry! Go!
Oh, shoot balls. Damn it. Everyone scatter. Don't let the enemy see you. I'll take Inoue. Yamazaki, protect Yukimura. Okay. We have no choice but to retreat for Osaka Castle. Meet back there. Don't die on Mishimada.
Please, stay safe. Oh, fun. We scurried down an animal trail on the side of the path, and Yamazaki and I ran through an unpaved road. We quickly brushed aside scattered branches and ignored the various cuts we'd received from them.
They went that way. Don't let them get away. There should be more. Find them.
That gunshot just now.
Don't look back. Just focus on getting away.
I thought that getting to Kyoto Castle meant we were safe, that we'd be able to see Hijikata and the other men and regroup to fight again. However, all I could feel now was despair. Excuse me, oh my goodness, I just kind of hiccup burped, it was weird. Only the warmth from Yamazaki's hand could give me comfort as I forced myself to run, even as I felt my legs want to collapse from tiredness, what the heck was I saying?
There they are!
Oh, hello there, coneheads. As soon as we'd gotten to a more exposed area, two soldiers armed with rifles found us. Guns were far more savage than a sword, requiring only the pull of a trigger to take someone's life. As their guns were pointed towards us, I thought about how delicately our lives held in the balance. I don't know what came first. The sound of the gunshots firing, or the feeling of being pushed out of the way. No. Yamazaki?
Ugh.
Oh, my heart. It was a question, didn't realize it. Yamazaki threw his kunai, I guess that's what it's called, with all his might, and it landed right on the hearts of the Satsuma men. Holy crud, that is cray-cray. Let's look up kunai, or whatever that word is. Where is it? Encyclopedia. I was looking up for the word oh my god, I can't talk. Glossary, that's what I was looking for. Kunai. A stick-type throwing weapon often employed by ninja. Ooh, interesting. All right. But I didn't care about all that. Yamazaki, are you okay? Why did you... I lifted Yamazaki's body to see a pool of blood beginning to form around his thighs. Oh no, my boy. With tears in my eyes, I put pressure on his wound, and he looked at me crying. I didn't care one bit about my safety. All that mattered to me was that he was hurt. Why? Why would you try to protect me? You should know, Yamazaki. If my organs are safe, then my injuries will heal. If you had just left me be, you wouldn't have been hurt.
You're right. Thinking back on it now, I guess it didn't really make sense to do so. And if I hadn't been hit just now, then we could be running off together instead of this.
But then... Yamazaki softly patted my head, gazing into my puffy eyes, and he smiled brightly. How can you see if he smiled or not? I guess his eyes, I don't know.
Forgive me, Yukimura. What you said was true, but I suppose it was just instinct to move and protect you. Even if it wasn't fatal, would it have been okay for me to just watch you get hurt instead? Should I just use you as a shield then? To hell with that.
I felt a sickening mixture of gratitude and guilt. And more than either of those, I'd felt a sense of warmth well inside me. I'm so sorry for doing this to you. Thank you so much. My words landed somewhat on both ends of the spectrum, and Yamazaki gave a troubled laugh.
No, don't apologize. This wound is of my own doing. And yet, now that we're here, fighting will be difficult. How can we make our escape? Who is this going to be?
Humph, how unsightly.
Aha, Chikage.
In your condition, you're no longer fit to protect her. I guess I just thought too highly of you. You're not good enough to serve as her guard dog. Kazuma. Potentially the worst person we could encounter. I immediately reached for my kadachi on my hip. Yamazaki, too, went to reach for his sword in support of me. Then he stood and glared at Kazuma.
That's right. You are affiliated with the Satsuma, are you not? It's been a while since we've met last, but now you're stooping so low as to pick on fleeing soldiers, eh?
Huh. Ooh, no! Ah! Kazuma mercilessly aimed for the spot where Yamazaki had been shot, kicking him repeatedly. Get away from Yamazaki! Yamazaki swung with slow, pained slashes, but Kazuma exerted no effort to dodge them. It seems like I need to punish you too. But for now, why don't you sit still? Mother of pearl. He swiped my left leg, and I fell to the ground as the wind was knocked out of me. I was gasping for air, struggling to catch a breath, as Kazuma glared menacingly above me. Then Kazuma grabbed Yamazaki and grinned. He sunk his finger into... Oh, gross. Sorry, that's cringy. Nope, I'm not reading that. That is too cringy.
What did you call me again? Say it.
Ooh, I don't like that sound either. I'm sorry, I know this is a serious part, but that's cringy. Gah!
It doesn't seem like you have much to say when the cat's got your tongue, do you?
Stop it! I could hear Yamazaki's flesh tearing, and his screams of agony were unbearable. Just then,
Chikage Kazuma.
I don't know why I did that.
The esteemed commander of losers has arrived, close enough.
Following a deafening clash of swords, I could hear a familiar voice come from nowhere. Hijikata!
Yamazaki, Yukimura, you two all right?
Yes, I'm fine, but Yamazaki's...
You picked the wrong warrior to fuck with.
Uh-oh. Hijikata's veins practically popped out of his arm from how tightly he gripped his katana, and he swung once more.
You call that a swing? Or are we dancing?
Ugh. Kazuma parried with ease, avoiding Hijikata's strikes as he smirked tauntingly.
Seems like you are a little worn out, which is funny considering you spent most of your time running away like a scared little girl. Little cuts and bruises here and there, and your arms are shot from all of the useless swinging you do.
Ah, is that a cracked rib I see too?
Wow, so brave of you to keep fighting through the pain.
He was right. Hijikata had been tirelessly fighting enemy soldiers storming the Fushimi magistrate. And knowing him, he was doing all he could during the retreat to ensure his men's safety. I don't know how he could have had any strength left to walk, let alone fight someone like Kazuma. Hijikata, please, fall back. There's nothing we can do right now. We have to find a way out of here.
So says she. Looks like even she can tell that the dog has been backed into a corner. Nothing we can do right now? I don't see it that way.
Then Hijikata reached into his pocket, and my heart dropped as he pulled out a vial. No! The minute I saw it, I panicked. I watched the red liquid slosh back and forth. It was...
Water of life, huh?
Just how stupid are you? You think I'm stupid, huh? Turns out I don't give a shit what you think. Sadly for you, there's nothing more stupid to me than being too weak to help out my men when they are in need. Hijikata curled his lip as he smirked, opening the bottle with one hand. Just then... Gah! Huh? Through the darkness, I saw a hand sharply chop into Hijikata's neck from behind him.
Yamazaki, what the...
What's going on? Yamazaki, why did you do that? What is he doing? Yamazaki appeared looking over Hijikata, who'd fallen to the floor. Then he picked up the bottle. His eyes were silent, filled with resolve. Is he gonna drink it?
What's the meaning of this, kid? The Shinsengumi needs its commander. It needs Hijikata. There is no way I'm going to let him sacrifice himself to become a creature of the night at the behest of your cruel taunts. In his stead, there are plenty of other warriors who could invite the darkness unto themselves.
No! I see. So you're going to drink it instead? That wretched substance? You're aware of what that means, don't you? What you give up when you drink the water of life? The minute you take it down, you will transform into a bloodthirsty creature who shuns the sun. Your life as a human will be no more. You'll be good as dead. Whatever you used to be will vanish into the cold, shadowy mist. The only thing you'll have to look forward to is the moonlight-lit solitude with that cursed body of yours.
And so what?
Yamazaki removed the cloth covering his mouth. Hidden underneath his cloth was a grin. The black cloth fluttered into the wind as he put the vial to his lips and swallowed down the water of life in one gulp. Oh no, our sweet boy. Oh my gosh. Holy macaroni. Wow.
To end my life and enter a lonesome darkness? None of that matters. I prepared myself for such a sacrifice a long time ago when I took it upon myself to join the watch. Even if my body succumbs to the darkness, there are those who require my protection. This is my mission.
His hair turned white as the winter snow, and his eyes morphed into a blood-red shade. As he transformed into something that was no longer human, Yamazaki screamed out. Hold on, let's look up Yamazaki. And scroll down. He drank the water of life and became a fury. Well, okay. All right. Oh, gosh.
If it means I will be strong enough to protect those I care about, I will give my body up to the darkness. Don't underestimate me, Chikage Kazuma.
Huh. You're just a yapping insect. Fine, go ahead and die on the cross. I'm going to crush you myself then. Yamazaki screamed as he charged at Kazuma, and the ground he'd leapt from shattered into a crackled circle, and he vanished from my sight. My eyes couldn't keep up with him. His powers were clearly beyond his human selves. I allowed you to touch me?
Uh-oh. Not done yet. Faster. Faster!
Don't get cocky. Kazuma kicked the floor out of rage. Then he bounced off a tree trunk and leapt into the air, like a raging storm brewing above. They exchanged blows, their blades bellowing like thunder over a matter of seconds. Whoa. I felt like I was watching a dance of lightning as their swords collided, and it took my breath away. Amazing.
Never thought you'd make it this long. I've cut down fake after fake in the past with ease, but
you're one of the faster insects I've had to squash. Just as Kazuma had said, Yamazaki fought with a speed and technique unlike any fury I'd ever seen. With every strike, he was pushing his muscles to the point his veins would pop from his flesh and even burst in a blood splatter. Ooh, but he continued. That's gross. He relied on his healing powers as a fury, guiding him to fight with more and more vigor. Yamazaki fought like this could be his last. The mood of the battle intensified greatly. I wanted him to stop, but I knew he couldn't. I was aware of the determination that brought him to drink the water of life in the first place.
So, you're a little tougher to squash than I thought, but you can't keep this up forever. It'll give. Maybe in a few minutes, maybe in a few seconds, or maybe in a few breaths. Looks like the only chance you stand against me is when you squeeze every little bit of power you've got left in that pathetic body of yours. A few breaths will be more than enough. That's all I need to take you down, and I will protect Yukimura and the commander. Fat chance. No matter how quickly you buzz around, you're still just a bug. Now, I'm going to rip those wings off slowly and painfully, and make you crawl to me. Kazuma's hair suddenly lost all color, and horns began to shoot up from his forehead. Oh, that's creepy. In the moment that his appearance changed, the air became still, and the temperature dropped. Perhaps it was my own demon blood reacting to the change, but I could sense his aura in my chest. My hair stood. This was bad news. A chill slunk down my spine, and I screamed out as loud as I could at Yamazaki. I think this is supposed to be my character, not Yamazaki saying his own name. Yamazaki, get away! Kazuma is... Too late. As Yamazaki tried to jump away, Kazuma seemed to have forecast, that's a weird word to use, his movements, swinging his sword in the direction of which Yamazaki was going. However, the eerie sound of flesh being sliced open never came as I expected it to. What came into sight was the outline of a blurry man in front of me. Or burly man, not blurry. Oops. Oh no, the accent. The terrible accent's coming. Amagiri? What are you doing here? Amagiri, what is the meaning of this? Huh? What do you mean? I'm asking you, why are you getting in my way? If you don't want to die, get the hell out of my way right now. Stop your barking. Go ahead and stab me if you want. The fact you're showing a mere human your demon form will come back to haunt the Kazuma clan. What did you just say to me? Or does the figurehead of all demons of the West really need to use his true form to kill a human? An obvious provocation.
Oh my goodness.
Very well, Amagiri. I'll let you save face this time. I'd appreciate that. Those Shinsengumi men are approaching. Killing them's no problem, but it has to be the other humans killing humans this time.
Kazuma clicked his tongue, sighing, and slowly he directed his glare at us. I was going to say at me. Whoops.
I'll let you go this time. You're wasting your time siding with the shogunate anyway. They're dirt.
That's not true. The shogunate is just.
You think I'm lying? See for yourself at Osaka Castle. It's a laugh.
After his little jeer, Kazuma left with Amagiri, vanishing into the wintry night. Or darkness. Why am I keep messing up like this? I notice when, like, scenes get intense, I start to, get so excited and tense where I'm, having issues trying to read. Oh my gosh, I don't know how many errors I had in that one little scene that I have to edit out. I'd waited for a second to make sure they were actually gone, and I crumbled to the floor. We're safe now?
I think the more accurate way of looking at it is that we've been spread. Spread.
Oh my god, see? Spread instead of spared? Wow. What is wrong with me? Anyway. Hijikata, you're awake.
Ugh, yeah. Spare me.
Hijikata's brows furrowed as he looked towards Yamazaki. After a moment, Yamazaki began to fall as he exerted all of his energy in the fight. I ran to catch his body. Yamazaki, are you okay?
Yeah, think so. Sorry. You moron. Why the hell did you drink the water of life? I already told you. The Shinsengumi can't afford to lose you. Commander, we need you, night and day, to lead and guide us in the light. But That gives you no right to...
Hijikata, please understand where Yamazaki's coming from. I hugged Yamazaki's body tightly. Aww. I used my arms to gauge if there was still warmth in his body, even after becoming a fury. Yamazaki told us. He told us he wanted the power to resist fate. Even if he had to succumb to the darkness, he wished to protect the Shinsengumi. After hearing how important it was to him, I couldn't stop him from drinking the water of life. Yamazaki chose this. He chose the path that he is now going down.
You idiot.
Hijikata began to choke up. Oh, he looked like he wanted to speak, but he didn't.
Hey, look over there. That's...
Hijikata and Yamazaki. Chizuru's here too. Hey, everyone alive over there?
Nagakira and Harada. A wave of relief came to me upon seeing our friends running over to us. I let out a big sigh. I'd helped lift Yamazaki since he passed out, and hope flickered in my heart. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was intense. Final chapter. I don't know how long this is. This video is already super duper long. I'm going to see how far I can go. I recalled the fall of the magistrate, our escape from the Satsuma, and our fight with the demon. After a long wait, we'd reached Osaka Castle. Unfortunately, we were welcomed with news that I would have deemed impossible a day ago. Lord Yoshinobu had fled the war for Edo. When word got to Hijikata, he went berserk. In fact, he became almost inconsolable. None of the warriors, what was left of those who were able to retreat to the Osaka Castle, made any attempt to stop Hijikata from his tirades either. I mean, I couldn't really blame Hijikata. The supreme commander was arguably the most important man in shogunate army, and he'd given up. Considering that many men desperately fought his war for him, and he'd run off, it must have left a bitter taste in their mouths. The Shinsengumi, too, suffered a great loss in the death of Inoue. Oh, my heart. So the anxiety amongst our ranks was heavy. Regardless, the fleeing of Lord Yoshinobu was inexcusable to the men in the castle, at the castle. Seeing Hijikata's pride and determination on the battlefield was proof that strong leadership was crucial to the success of their army. Lord Yoshinobu, however, showed no such pride. When the warriors discovered the loss of faith from their leader, dejection pervaded what had remained of this failed campaign. Oh my god, I can't read. So the Shinsengumi and what was left of the shogunate army prepared to leave for Edo. Okay, we're getting close to the end. We're almost there. The ship rose and fell atop the gentle rhythm of the ocean's waves. I sat beside Yamazaki, who slept soundly in his cabin aboard the ship headed for Edo. Yamazaki? He might have pushed himself too far in his fight against Kazuma. CG, I forgot to say that. Ever since that day, Yamazaki had been unconscious. I held his hand tightly, and even though he was asleep, I was rewarded with his warmth. Yamazaki's steady pulse gave me hope, and I closed my eyes to pray for his well-being. Some time had passed since leaving Osaka. If I were to see the view from the deck, I don't think I'd see Osaka or Kyoto anymore. Wow, 4 years have passed so quickly. It was funny to think how much had changed since I'd first arrived in Kyoto. I'd arrived with the intent of finding my father, and by chance I was captured by the Shinsengumi. Afterwards, I'd become acquainted with Yamazaki, who served as my guard. His watch became even more frequent when he discovered Kazuma and his demon cohorts plotted to kidnap me. Thinking back on it, the person I remembered protecting me all this time was Yamazaki. Sweet boy. Even during the war, Yamazaki had given everything to watch out for me, even willing to throw his body away. I gripped his hand tightly again. Emotions I'd kept secret for so long began to bubble to the surface. What if Yamazaki never wakes up?
It'll be fine.
His warm hands moved to stroke my hair softly. Yamazaki. My head shot up instantly. Oh, my sweet boy. Yamazaki, you're awake.
Yeah, I think I've kind of overslept.
Yamazaki lifted his head tenderly, glancing around the room.
Where are we? Is this still Osaka Castle?
Oh, you see... Okay.
Ah, I see. I sure did miss a lot.
After I explained all that had happened to Yamazaki, he let out a big sigh. Then he tightened and loosened his hand into a fist repeatedly. Sorry, my chair decided to squeak. So, how do you feel?
Surprisingly awesome. And the place where I was shot is all healed. Strangely enough, I feel a lot of power inside me. So, this is what it's like to be a Fury.
Yamazaki's eyes thinned after he thought about what he'd said, and I thought about saying nothing. But I couldn't keep my thoughts to myself, and I asked him a question timidly. Yamazaki, do you regret drinking the water of life?
Before I answer that, I want to ask you a question first. When I drank the serum, you didn't stop me, but I know you hate that stuff. The normal you would have stopped me. Why was that?
He stared at me intently and I sighed. So I quietly told him how I felt. How could I have stopped you? I could see what was going through your mind when you drank it. Besides, when you drank the water of life, a thought came to me.
Thought?
Yes. I thought to myself that if someone were to become a Fury out of desire to protect the Shinsengumi and give up a world with light, then I would stand beside them, no matter how dark your world may be. I'll be right beside you. Oh, he's blushing. So cute. Yamazaki was at a loss for words, instead turning to hide the blush in his cheeks. Oh. For a while, his mouth was agape, opening and closing. Yamazaki turned away and muttered,
You're not fair.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Back to the first question. About whether or not I regret drinking the water of life.
Yamazaki laughed quietly, and he looked directly into my eyes.
After hearing how you felt, I can't say that I feel a single ounce of regret.
Does that mean...
Yes, you read right through me.
Yamazaki softly took my hand. He gazed at it, perhaps soaking in the moment.
Even if my future only leads to darkness, as long as I get to share my life with you.
I have to say, I think his route is more romantic compared to some of the other ones. I think some of the other ones are just... Okay, hold on, I gotta pause this because I don't want to get copyright claimed. All right, I'm back. I'll read this ending part, and then I'm going to do what I have made, the Wheel of Otome. So, what I'll do is, after I finish this, I'm going to bring up this Wheel of Otome games that I have and spin it. As of right now, I don't know which one to choose, which game. So that's why I decided, you know what? Our next choice will be whatever the wheel hits. So we'll get this going. The Battle of Toba Fushimi ended with the Satsuma and Choshu victorious. As the shogunate troops retreated, the Shinsengumi headed towards Edo. 4 years ago, I came to Kyoto all by myself in search for my father and met the Shinsengumi. I'm going to leave the city of Kyoto, where I made fond memories with the Shinsengumi. He sacrificed his body in order to protect me, gaining strength against those who threatened us. And I have chosen to walk alongside him. We are going to head to Edo, without knowing what fate awaits us. All right. And that is the end of Yamazaki's route, which, fiend. Like I've said multiple times, this will be the last route for now. I will come back to it later, but it's the last route for Kyoto wins until after a few other games. We'll see. But anyway, hold on a second. I'll be back with the Wheel of Otome. All right, so here is my lovely Wheel of Otome games, which I have Olympia Soiree. Here, let's look at the entries first. Okay, let's get rid of this. Can I get rid of this, please? Oh, no, what's going on here? Anyway, so I have Olympia Soiree, Code Realized, Sympathy Kiss, Bandcamp Boyfriend, Cinderella Phenomenon, Cupid Parasite, Love Spell Written, I think it's Written in the Stars or something like that, Pio Fiore, Radiant Tale, and Sympathy Kiss. So let's roll the wheel, and this will be our next Otome we'll be doing. Here we go. Let's see what it lands on. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Ooh, is it going to be Radiant Tale? Oh, nice. So our next Otome game will be Radiant Tale. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.